We are on live. We are on live for this game. Right now, we are waiting for the streamer to get ready. We are waiting for the summer circuit to be completely done. I believe that should be done here. Well, not anymore because I guess. I guess there's some issues with the stream going down.
Oh,
For
oh God.
yeah, it went down for Domer, so that's just another
Not exactly good.
just another step in the wrong direction. So unless I'm looking at the wrong one, let me go put this in, see if this is right. Oh no, never mind. He's on the other one. So what I'm gonna do for now. There we go. So welcome in anyone who is watching this stream. I will double check everything here in a second, but I'm putting out the announcement. But anyway, how are you today, Jackson?
Doing decently enough. Just vibing for the most part, really.
Yeah, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Yeah, there's not much you can do other than just double checking everything and just double checking if your voice is all right, like Blanco's.
Yeah. It does feel nice to be back, though.
Oh, of course. It's been a while. It's good to hear from you.
Yeah, I've had a lot of personal issues going on. I'm not going to get into them, but
Of
let's
course,
just
of
say
course.
I had no time for the server, as
Yeah.
much as that hurts me. But most of them have been resolved, so I am back, and I am very happy to be back. So thanks for allowing me to come back.
Of course. Of course. We always love to have you. But anyway, for this pregame show, we have this right here, this player comparison. It's Angel Torres versus Ace Haskins. Do you have any previous knowledge about these two?
Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, I do. I bet, because we came up in the same draft class. Well, let's just say it how it is. He is an absolute monster to play against.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're not like literally on him 24/7, I don't think you heard any of that because I disconnected. I love my Wi-Fi so much.
It's all good. Yeah, so Angel Torres, I believe, has a matchup against Kuz Dalil, and then Ace Haskins most likely will have to play Levation, maybe Joaquin. I doubt it though. The thing is with Angel, he doesn't have to score to be lethal. I mean, that 13 assists per game is wild.
Yeah, it's like he's like, if you miss anything, like it's like Yeah. It's like he can kill you in like any number of ways, more or less. Like you were saying, he doesn't have to score.
Give me a
Like
second to leave and join right back. Blanco, I cannot
you're
hear
good.
you. There we
Oh,
go.
oh.
Alright, I am back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can I hear Jackson?
All right, perfect.
No, I can't. Yes, I can hear both of you now. Alright.
Sorry
That
about that.
works. No, you're perfectly fine. Discord is a mess. So, I wonder, as far as Ace, if he has to do all of this scoring tonight. Um, I don't believe he has to, but in order for them to really this to be a really close matchup, it's going to have to go shot for shot. I mean, you're going to have DeLille shooting on all cylinders. Ace, Mello off of the bench. Spyro's going to have to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Palmer's going to have to get in there, of course. And then, you're going to have to worry about Davis protecting
He's a
the
monster
paint
in the
from.
glass.
Yeah, he's got to protect from Jay, though. And Jay being a perimeter threat, that's a little concerning.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's like the best way I can describe this game. It's going to be just a heavy. Yes, it's just going to be an absolute slugfest.
I think they have different keys to winning, though. I think for Toronto, if they spread it out more, like I think they need more people than Ace just to score. Like if he has a good individual game, but the others don't make shots around him, I think it's going to be tough for them to pull out a win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with you on that. It, it's like it is definitely a part of basketball is good team connection. That's how you usually win games, but it's like we know that that's not always the case because, well, hogs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feels the opposite for Denver, though. Denver feels like in the case of are their stars going to show up? Because I think if Denver star players show up, they have a really good shot at winning. So I think, two teams a little bit different styles that way.
Well, and they both blew through their series throughout their conference playoffs, but in various different ways. I mean, Toronto took care of Detroit in a very strong
That was
fashion.
impressive.
You don't think they could shut down Quincy 3 games in a row, Quincy and TD 3 games in a row, and they did. They did. They did it very, very well. They were very effective at that, and if you can shut down, you got to think that you could shut down Torres. But the difference here is Jay Wilson is a scoring stretch threat, and same for Levation. Well, Levation's less of a stretch threat, but he is very dynamic at driving. So I feel like Denver has a lot more firepower, whereas Detroit was kind of thin after your top 3 stars. And
Yeah.
then when you go to the Denver side of things against Las Vegas, they absolutely destroyed Molly. Molly was very ineffective. Cal was not very good. He was okay at times. He was all right at times. And Kyler got some points at times. They spread the ball a little bit, but like I said, the Austin Davis um, gonna have to play some good defense against Jay because you saw how OJ Malone got absolutely trampled by Jay.
I think that's going to be the matchup, right? I think everything else is a little bit more predictable of what's going to play out, but that battle down low is really going to be, a big part of who wins this series.
For sure. It's like you guys were saying earlier, uh it's like Quincy got completely shut down But now there's the problem that you have both a massive outside threat, but also a massive inside threat with Jay. So you're gonna have to shut down both areas, which I'm not gonna say is impossible, because it definitely isn't. But I just don't think like I I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say Denver wins the series. It's gonna be very close, but I do think that Denver will end up winning the series just because I don't think they'll be able to always be able to stop both the outside and the inside threats.
Well, and
From
if you look at the poll, the league said 54% said Denver and 4, 5% said Denver and 3, 13% said Denver and 5. So that is a total of what? 72% of people?
And I said Denver and 4. I was one of those majority votes there. I just think, we talk about Levations averaging over 20. I think just it's going to be hard to stop all of Denver's weapons. They have a lot of size. Toronto's going to have to get really hot from the 3-point line all series if they want to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 28% say Toronto win and 72% say Denver win. And I got to tell you guys, I think that is the correct choice is to pick Denver in the series. I think Jay Wilson is going to be your UBA Finals MVP. Um, I, I'm not saying that Davis is a bad player because he's not. But can he
it's just
guard?
he's going against a god.
Can he guard? Can he guard the UBA version of Wembanyama in the perimeter on threes? I don't think he can. There's not very many who can. It's very hard to stop a 7'4" center who can shoot threes at his size and at his efficiency level. Blanco, you're probably one of the only people who probably could do that.
Yeah, maybe I might have a chance. I'm going to be playing some center next year, so we'll see about that.
So, other than that, any keys to the game for you guys for both teams?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I think a key, like a obvious key for Toronto is to try their best to limit all offensive. Honestly, I feel like their key is to hold on to the ball as long as possible while also making their shots. Because the less time that Denver has, the less chance they have at hitting shots. Because they can kind of score automatically. And I think a key for Denver is just keep with the foot on the gas, basically. Just buckle down early, get the foot on the throat, and just keep it there. Keep getting shots, keep doing some bully ball on the other side, get turnovers, and just keep rotating the ball.
And what about you, Blanco? What are your keys to the game?
I think for Denver, it's going to be not turning the ball over. Angels looking to, like we talked about, 13 assists, which is I think is a high in the league. So he's going to be looking to pass out. So just making sure they don't turn it over, and if they don't turn it over and they keep Davis off the glass, definitely a good chance at winning. And I think for on the other side for Toronto, it's just going to be about shot making. Can they hit a high percent of their outside shots? Can Ace lead them? Can they get rolling? That's when they're at their best, when they're playing up tempo and hitting a bunch of threes. So I don't know necessarily that playing slow would be the angle here, because I'd be worried about going slow, missing, and then Denver just running it back down, and all of a sudden now you're down quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, and saw in one of the games. I forget which game. I think it was game. I think it was game 2. It was very close, and then Las Vegas had a bad turn of events, and it turned into a 19-point flip. It was a 19-point run, or 17-point run, and they lost, or 19-point run, and they lost by 17. So those Denver is dangerous when they can get on a run, when they can get some defensive help in there and play pretty quick off of the PNRs. I think my keys to the game is you're going to have to play through Angel. You're going to have to play through Angel, and Toronto's going to have to deny him the ball. It's going to be kind of hard to do that. You can't really deny him the ball per se, but I mean, I think Cuz is in over his head. But I think that's the keys to the game is you got to play the ball through Angel and let Angel do his distribution. If Toronto starts to double team him, there's a lot of passing that's going to be involved here. Angel's high during playoffs, his high in playoff was 19 assists versus Las Vegas. That is a tremendous amount of assists in a single game. But with that being said, the other key to the game for Denver that I have is playing Jay Wilson as the mismatch guy. And what I mean by mismatch guy, you try and get him up against Palmer and you get him up against Davis and try and get those two uncomfortable, whether you play them out to the perimeter or you just drive past them in the post. So that's my Denver side, keys to the game. Toronto side, obviously with the denying the ball to Angel and not playing through Ace, but trying to get Ace open through a lot of movement to try and get him some open space and open shots. He's very dangerous when he gets a lot of space. He can create his own space, but he's even more deadly when you have the chance to use the team around him to play some deadly spacing as well. So those are my keys to the game for both teams. But any other comments on, I feel like the benches are kind of unsung heroes here.
Yeah,
Got Spyro and a couple of guys.
Well, Spyro starts.
Yeah.
It's actually Aquinas Mello who's on the bench. He's their sixth man.
Okay.
wow.
And then Hunter Jackson is Denver's sixth man. That's how deep these rosters are.
Yeah, if you have two guys that can easily be starters on, I'm going to be conservative, about half the teams in the league at minimum as your sixth man. That's pretty damn good.
Okay, Angel said Hunter is starting. So that means I'm pretty sure that would mean Joaquim is on the bench? Is that Joaquim's on the bench? Yeah, Joaquim's the sixth man. So Joaquim Dominguez would be the sixth man in this game. Angel corrected me there. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, even then, Joaquim, that's another guy who could be a starter here.
Yeah, that always sees him popping off.
But anyway, as far as anything else, as far as playoff teams, you see any of those teams that got eliminated going into next year, and what are the expectations as we get through? Let's start with Las Vegas Jokers and Detroit Soul.
Well, for Detroit, I think it's kind of obvious. Just reload and go again, because you already have everything you need to get back to being a champion. You just need to actually be able to get some defense and probably diversify, because as much as Quincy is an absolute demon, he can't do everything alone all the time. So I'd say probably get a big free agent or do a big trade to get a second man, so you get some diversity, but also allow Quincy the breathing space so he doesn't get triple teamed at all times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, TD and Quincy is a good combo, but Detroit lacks depth, and that's where it's scary, because once you get into the bench, that's when the team starts to fall apart, and that's how they fell apart against Toronto. Toronto has a lot stronger of a bench, and I think teams really know that and understand that. Not all the time where you can just run completely through stars and win games, especially when Toronto is stacked. Um,
Yeah, that is something that I have noticed with them. It's like they have great like starters, but it's like you need a great team, not just like a starting couple guys. Because if your bench is terrible, you're just going to lose everything once your bench comes in, even if it is only for a couple minutes.
And I should mention that the trade with me and Quincy was nullified and reversed due to Quincy lasting 14 hours as GM and then resigning. So the teams go back to the way they were beforehand, except for the one caveat that Detroit got a compensation first round pick at the end of the draft, or the end of the first, and a compensation pick at the end of the second as well, to compensate for all of the issues that was involved and the headaches. So I should mention that. No, he
Makes
is not the
sense.
GM, so that's it. I just saw what Malachi said. But anyway, Blanco, what do you
Yeah,
think
right.
about Detroit?
I think they're like in a good position, like Jackson was saying, for next year to come back and really just add some more depth, and they'll be right there.
Yeah, yep. And then on the Vegas side of things, that's the interesting side.
That's a rebuild, in my opinion. Or maybe not a rebuild, but they've been looking for their like star, like another big player to add to that team, and they just haven't uh, fully been able to get another person to put them over the hump. Maybe it's depth, but I still think they're probably like one big player away from kind of being up and competing with those other teams.
Las Vegas is a weird team to me because they have star power, but they just never seem to be able to get it done, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they
I
they struggled against Seattle. They got into foul trouble, and against Denver, it was either they had really good offense or really good defense. They could never put both together. Um,
Yeah, it's like, and it's the same thing that happened last year as well. It's the reason why they struggled so much against yeah, us in Oakland year one. It's like we nearly swept them, and we were well below 500 going in the playoffs. So I just feel like I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this is the problem with them. They're just not good in the playoffs.
In the
I hate to
playoffs,
say
the
it.
regular season, bro. Like we beat them in the regular season, like the Vanguard. So I guess we're the Phantoms now, but
Yeah,
former Vanguard.
I know what you mean, but it's
Like they lose to teams that like are probably lower than them in terms of like overalls and stuff. So I don't know. I do think they still are like one player from away from really getting to like that next tier. They're kind of like stuck in that like middle playoff team.
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, a big three needing to be a big four, that maybe not be might not be the
Yeah, it
best
might
way
just
to
be
go
some
about it.
depth, like I said, the trails, um, 4, 5, 6, strengthening down the roster.
But anyway, let's move along to your guys' teams. Let's start with Oakland.
uh we just need to stop being drunk as hell. I'm being dead ass. We need to stop being drunk as hell because like we went from I think it was 10-1 or something like that early on to below 500 or damn near. it's like we just need to actually put everything together, and we'll be there. Just because like, and I'm gonna blame myself a lot for this, just because there's a lot that I can blame myself for. Because I am one of the most I was one of the most inconsistent stars in the league this year.
Yeah, I felt that way too, especially with you being one of the highest rated players starting off the season. It felt you were quite inconsistent after about halfway through the season, and I couldn't understand why. I couldn't put my finger on it. But I think Oakland just needs another piece or two to try and get it done. They need a point guard to facilitate for you guys, so you guys can create space. You really have a bunch of different players who are not traditional point guards playing as the point guard, and um,
Well, I
I
know
don't.
the reason, but I can't talk about the reason.
Yes,
Let's just
yes,
leave it at that.
yeah, but we'll work. We're gonna work this off season to see some of these deals come to fruition. But anyway, on to Blanco and the Pittsburgh Phantom, former New York Vanguards. What about you guys?
Well, I think we're in a pretty good spot now. Like we didn't make playoffs last year. We just missed it by like a game, or I guess this year technically. Um, but we've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Me and the new GM Teddy. So all I can say is, I guess, come regular season, it's just going to be interesting to see what our roster looks like. And I think with what we're building, we're going to be able to be competitive for a playoff spot next year. And I think the year after, that will be our even bigger push. But me and Teddy definitely plan on being competitive this year and trying to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and your guys are gonna have to do a lot of work here. No first round pick. It's gonna be quite a bit of movement that you're gonna have to make to get yourself back into that. But anyway,
I mean, Teddy
um,
is like a first round pick, though. So, I mean, we did luck out getting Teddy as our GM.
yes, that was probably a top three pick if he was in the draft. But anyway, we have about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. The I don't even know who's playing. McNeese is playing
Perfect.
St. Louis.
I'm getting
McNeese is up 59-51. I'll be honest, folks. I do not care about this summer league or summer circuit game. I could care less about it, to be honest. And to be fair, yeah, those guys need some time to enjoy their own players. But now is not the time. It is the UBA.
I'm gonna go get water, so I will be back in a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
it is. It is.
Don't let anyone destroy the technical equipment again, please.
It is the UBA Finals, and we had some issues, and we had to postpone the game. And I just, it's frustrating because this should have started after, but it's okay. It's okay. Domer's fine. It's just a little mistake. It's like 20 minutes, and they started string 20 minutes late, and then a resim, and then yeah. So it'll be fine. It will work out all in the end. But if Grizz or LaShawn want to jump in, they possibly can. Um, I don't know if they are going to. So, but anything else you want to add, Blanco?
I'm just ready for this game, man.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Um, but I guess while everything is going on, I will pull this up, and we'll give you a little bit of a game preview of their game while we wait for this game to end. and not high-scoring basketball. I can tell you that much. Um, but I will say with this, a lot of these players played in the normal college, and it's good to get some of these guys who are not going to be at the top of the board some extra time, get some extra scouting in. So, but 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
There's going to be like a million fouls down the stretch too.
Yeah.
Okay, who would destroy the technical equipment? God damn it, guys.
But anyway, with this game here, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, I'm not a. I liked Salou. I'm a March Madness fan, right? They're gonna be in the March Madness, but in this league, I could really care less. I'll be honest, I could care less. But it's good to see these guys getting some time. McKenzie bricks a three. Wimbanyama Jr. All right, and who's that? Mobs, Stevenson. Wimbanyama, can he hit a three? Bang! A Wimbanyama Jr. Well, Jay Wilson is Wimbanyama, so you can't be Wimbanyama Jr. Just being honest, you can't be Wimby. I'm never going to give that to you. Ever. Because he's short. That guy's short. Wimby is not short. You can't be Wimby like that. Jones almost drops it. He's trying to drive Stevenson. Wimbanyama it's a screen by his center who's taller than him. Vert drops it to Norman. Ito takes it. Driving. Ito does a half step, passes to Norman in the post, passes it back out to Ito. And there's a 3-second violation. All right, buddy. All right, yeah. We know you all are buns. We know you all are buns.
Basketball, man.
3-point game right now. Please, please, please do not go to overtime. I beg you not to go to overtime. You all are chum buckets. Oh, and there's the dunk. It's a 1-point game. Ooh, get a little too close. Close for comfort.
Hey, that was kind of nice though.
Yeah, it was.
That walk drive.
Little step, man driving, hop step, and then bricks it. Yeah, okay. That's this summer circuit in a nutshell. Stepping in, and he passes to Vert. Vert takes a nice off the lay. Slew is up by 1. Timeout McNeese with 50.8 seconds. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what, though. These players are still going to be, some of these players are still going to be in the draft, so it's going to be good to see some of these guys get some time as UBA comes to the end. Man, brick, Vert. Up to Wimby Jr. Wimby drives, passes out to Walker. Walker bricks, yeah, okay.
What do you think the ceiling are for these players? Second round, or do you think they're all UDFA?
Second round, maybe late first, for like 1 or 2 of them, but that's about it.
I feel like a couple. I feel like a few of them could definitely be second rounders, but I feel like the vast majority are going to be UDFAs.
Well, I say a few of them are going to be second rounders because we have 42 picks, so that's not a small amount. So, but
that's a pretty large amount.
And while we watch these horrible dancers who are dressed in, I don't even know how to describe the outfits, to be honest. Like
I,
the dancing is horrible on its own, but the dressing is the choice. That's that's definitely a choice.
I, I'm not going to comment because I feel like if I comment, it's going to be ingrained in my skull even more than it already is, and I want to purge it out of my skull as fast as possible.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. It looks like someone who would wear just a regular like just that's like pajama clothes for someone, you know. It's like that's what you eat your Cheerios and orange juice with. Foul.
Now
Okay.
here's the real question. Do you use a spoon, a fork, or a whisk to eat it with? There's one correct answer here.
I use a spoon.
You made the incorrect decision. The correct decision for that is a whisk.
Yeah.
You eat cereal?
Well, I mean, there was one guy who used a whisk. It's like one of those flat-ended ones, and it's got like little holes, and he would stuff it like he would jam it into some Nutella, and then he would pull it out, and that's how he would eat it. That would be his spoon, because it was little bite-sized pieces of Nutella. Um, yeah, that's not how I would eat it, but 1 point game. Please do not go to overtime. I beg of you, please do not go to overtime.
It is going to go to overtime just to torture us.
I'm about to come out of the crowd and swat that shit.
At the free throw line too. Yeah. Yeah. That's not my call. I can't. I'm not the one who's doing the sim. That would be your boy Domer. I'm just streaming it right now because we're bored. 3 from Ito. Hey, bang! All right, 4.3. Let's see if someone can actually hit this. Jones.
Yeah, you hit it.
Granny shot. Nope. And McNeese wins it.
Yay!
All right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
Have
not. You don't do that. Only I'm allowed to do that.
Well, fun fact: Grizz hit one of those in preseason.
No,
Grizz definitely did. All right.
I'm pretty sure I've hit 2 or 3 of them. So
So we are here now, and we have the playoff listed. And let me turn on some sound for us as we get into this UBA Finals Game 1. So the starting lineups: Angel Torres versus Levation. Or why did I say Levation? It's Angel Torres versus Hunter Jackson, or with Hunter Jackson. Sebastian McLaughlin starting at the 3. Levation Johnson at the 4. Jay Wilson at the 5. And then on the other side, it's Cuz DeLeo. Spyro Jenkins, the SGA of UBA. Ace Haskins, Corey Palmer, and Austin Davis. No Cone Malone in this one, so Jay will have a little bit of a harder matchup against Austin Davis. All right, we are ready to go. And you guys enjoy.
Starting at small forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 2.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Ace Haskins.
as always, the players are coming out between the fans. They're phasing through them. Someone still needs to figure out how they able to do this.
Ask for any better fan interaction.
Yeah, getting phased, having a player phase through you. Yeah, you're
I'm
not
close
wrong.
to personal inside your body and phase through you.
I wonder how that feels, just having someone phase through you.
I don't know, but I don't want to experience it.
That's fair. That's definitely an interesting team matchup that the game is saying.
They're saying that Cuz better watch himself. He doesn't get cooked.
True.
Gonna be a Cuz at the barbecue getting cooked.
Yeah, he's gonna be at the barbecue game, mostly because he's gonna be the main course. Who is the objectively correct team to root for? The objectively correct team to root for is Denver, just because of the hell they went through. That I mean, I'm also obviously rooting for Denver because my boy Jay Wilson's on the team. Love you, Blex.
I honestly don't care who wins. I just think Denver is, favored. It's gonna be hard to stop them. Elevation's just nasty. Like people talk about Angel and Jay, of course, because they're the two big ones, but that team is more than just them.
For sure. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go scream at someone just to be funny. Okay, mission accomplished. And here we go. Look.
And Torres is gonna start off with the ball for Denver.
And we got an automatic foul.
Jay the still Wilson right there, already picking up a quick foul on the illegal screen. Bad screen, chicken wing. Spyro on the outside takes the screen. Got Kuz working up top. Oh, easy pass to Haskins.
Very nice combo move there. I could score the easy too.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they can get him looks like that all game. Johnson with the drive. Oh my. Oh, he really tried it there. That would have been crazy if that one went down.
Give a line for two. Also, obligatory reminder, if you haven't checked in already, please do check in. You get UC for it.
Mixed the first one. Let's see if Toronto can come out and get Ace another easy look.
Well,
yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Ran down blocked it.
They didn't even have to try for that one.
So that man's. Oh,
Well
okay.
done. Elevation.
I told you,
Basically
it's hard to stop.
Yeah. You ain't wrong there at all. Ooh, nice steal. Ooh, that was Levation again.
Oh my, the big boy.
That was nasty.
Denver's getting out and pushing the pace early. You see Toronto trying to play a little bit more methodical here. Ooh, Davis goes right at Jay, and that's a no-go zone.
Yeah, and well, that
That
capitalized
was Levation who got the block, actually.
Yeah, more or less.
Wilson outside, pass to Jackson. Kick out to Jay. Torres gonna have to chuck. Tough possession there, but Jay grabs. Ooh, offensive rebound and the putback. He is just too tall.
That's like I will say, Jay Wilson is kind of just unfair in general because my man is 7'3" and can score at will.
He's 7'4". That's the thing. He's 7'4". Yes. I think next time we play him, I'm just gonna bring a hatchet or something.
I think even if you bring a hatchet, I think he'd still be taller than you, buddy.
Yeah, it's a tough task. Vasquez is looking good early here, though. He's got to be good like this, though, if Toronto wants to stay in the game.
Yeah, sure. He gets the two, so it's easy enough.
Yeah, it's only a 1-point game, but it feels like Denver's winning by a lot more. Ooh, that was a
I guess
Euro.
so.
Got blocked. The pull-up three. He cashes out.
Also, you are a little bit behind. You're being requested to use the one comp. Use the one com team. That's a bit ahead. Pass to McLaughlin. Pass to Torres. Running in and gets the thing to go. Very nicely done. Tied up again at 11. Pass over to Palmer. Wild pass to Cuz, but somehow he manages to get that still. Three, nails that. Absolutely beautiful. Denver gets the two, so still incredibly close. Three-pointer off the back foot, no good. We pass it down to Angel, who I think he was trying for a layup there, but either the coordination was really off or he just forgot how to pass.
Definitely, I should be all cut up here. Just Goose work that three and Levations throw it down.
Wow, that's a dunk.
That's a Giannis package right there off the foot.
Sure.
It's a nice dunk. That's why I made sure to talk about Levations before the game, because I feel like he just doesn't get enough like said about him for how good he is.
It's like with how little he's talked about, you think he'd just be like a minor or a player on the team, but no, he is a massive contributor. He's just there's so many players on this team to talk about, but he's just the one that gets talked about ever.
One of them is 7'4", and the other is averaging 13 assists, so it's like those are just going to grab the headlines.
Yeah, but it's like Innovation is an absolute beast in his own right, and is a pretty major reason why Denver's even here.
Some nice off-ball movement there to get Ace open, but he couldn't convert.
Yeah, you gotta make that three, especially against this team, but there'll probably be chances later.
Like you said, though, it's tough because with Denver's scoring output, you really do have to, they're going to have to make a good amount of those outside shots if they want to be there at the end.
For sure.
Got a timeout here. Hopefully, we don't have to watch some bad dancing.
We probably will, let's be honest here.
Okay. Look at that. Sped up finals.
Presented by YouTube TV. We are in fact not sponsored by YouTube TV.
Oh, Hodor. Try to.
I don't.
Ooh, that was a nasty M1 finish by Perez.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for one.
Number 69, got to go to the line for one.
Nope. Fortunate, but well, they're still leading, so can't be too sad about it.
Ooh, I thought he was going to pull that one, but he's going to set the screen for Torres. I haven't seen Torres aggressive here.
Wow. Very nice three-pointer there from Juan.
Torres will pick up the assist there, though. Not sure what this is. Yeah, so I don't know where that was going. Toronto's got to stick to running plays for Ace. I'm surprised so far that Angel hasn't been very aggressive.
Well, two pretty quick turnovers. And the three-point attempt, no, but the putback is in fact good. 1-point game. So it is going to be a slug match, basically.
Yeah, it's been a roll back and forth here. That's Maccabees. Gets that slam inside.
Mm-hmm.
seen a lot of dunks so far this game. Not too much outside shots, actually. As they throw an alley-oop, but missed. Carmelo really thought he had that.
Come on, man. You can't be doing this stuff that I would do. Hey. Oh.
That was a rough sequence there for Denver. I think he tried to dunk on him, but drew some contact.
Yeah, well, it's better than nothing.
He was mad because he missed that oop last time, so came in, tried to score.
And it goes. 1 point game again.
See if Torres gets aggressive here. That was aggressive. That was definitely aggressive.
I mean, it worked, so.
It's a disgusting jam. The ace setting a screen for Spyro, and ooh, all the way through the tough defense.
Very nicely done.
Let's see if Torres goes back to the well again. Takes the screen and one. This is where they need to be with Angel coming off these screens, going downhill, running the pick and roll, pick and pop. I'm not sure what's skinnier, Jay or Angel's mustache.
Hopefully, we're not going too skinny on that mustache. Otherwise, we may be talking about someone that I don't think anyone wants to talk about.
ISO Perez.
Huh?
Slow motion. He's gonna get
Wow.
the one.
That was. I'm gonna be honest. That was very good foul bait.
And McLaughlin's known to be kind of a defender.
Yeah, but hey, you got the foul to go, so. No, unfortunately.
See, McLaughlin is swinging it around the wing. They're going to go back to Torres. Ooh. Thought they got a foul there, but it's going to be a violation. That was a really good first quarter. Toronto was able to stay right in there with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Felt like Denver got a lot of loud buckets with their dunks and oops, but at the end of the day, it's still worth 2 points.
Hey, 2 points is a lot better than no points, so I can't fault them for it. But starting the second quarter now. And pretty quick foul.
Team foul.
Came out and got a quick slap. Jeez, a lot of fouls so far.
In the first, what is that? Like 9 seconds, they've had 2 fouls.
Shooting 2.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off, more or less. Got 1 to go. For 2 for 2. And he gets it. Very nicely done.
Yeah, the free throw shooting has been pretty good here so far.
For sure. Which is definitely a key to winning this game because you need all the points you can get.
Ooh, dang.
Wow!
Just the and one. That's
Very
pretty
nicely
good
done.
stop from the 7-4 guy.
I think it's a little unfair for him just because basically anything's foul bait for him because my man, like, what his arm is voice struck out? That thing's like 9 feet in the air.
I'm a guard Jay next year, man. I'm ready for it. I'm telling you. I'm a guard him next year. He'll probably dunk on me, but I'm gonna try to.
I was about to say, he will absolutely dunk on you.
This hasn't been hidden so far from the outside.
Yeah, oh my! Okay then.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Well, at least they got a put in basically immediately doing the same thing, so.
That's nasty. They going back to Jay right now that he's hot.
Well,
I guess that's the easy right there though.
yeah, you basically just let him run free, but you're just giving up 2 points. Like, what are we doing? Milo, bang! Very nice.
That's what Toronto needs. They need to get their outside shots going if they want to be able to pull this game out.
For sure.
Yeah, Denver just too hard to stop in the paint.
Yeah, well, I was about to say something, but that shut me up pretty quickly. And they actually made Denver miss in the paint. That's a rarity. I mean, well, if they capitalize on the scoring opportunity, which they do, that's a very nice turnaround for them.
Yeah, every time I think Denver's gonna pull away, they keep getting close.
And then Jay Wilson does Jay Wilson things.
I mean, he even look at the hoop there, he just threw it over his head.
No, he basically threw it and then looked at the hoop. He's like, yeah, that's going in. Just started running down the court again.
Damn giraffe on stilts out there.
Very long one too, but it's successful. And we got a timeout by Mustangs.
Yeah, if I'm Denver, I'm just definitely. When Jay's in there, they gotta just keep going to him.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Thank you for the skip. No one wanted to see that terrible dancing. Patterson. And yeah, it goes in.
They're doing
Am I
exactly.
surprised?
Why not just throw it to him every time when he's in there?
Yeah. Pleasant, sure.
Ooh, it was a tough ISO fadeaway there. See if Torres pushes it.
Yeah. And well, that's a clean dunk.
Yeah, they weren't quite able to stop ball there. Oh my goodness. Ace coming right back with the LeBron tomahawk. That was nasty.
Yeah. It's going pretty crazy from like everyone, which I'm very happy about.
So far, just a lot of dunks.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. It's like I was saying in the pregame, it's going to be hard to stop both sides for Denver, but Toronto's doing a very good job of keeping up score-wise, which is what they need to do.
Tough to stop elite offensive players.
Okay, that sure. Sure. I'm not gonna say anything about that one.
A tough wide open shot that Applebee's needs to hit that.
Did you just say Applebee's instead of Maccabees?
Yeah, that's every neighborhood grill.
Ace with the unfortunate miss 3.
Wanna meet you?
They just need to ISO Jay on the block.
No. Well,
It's alright. Unintended assist from Maccabee Applebee.
yeah.
Looking to get Ace off of the screen here.
I mean, that works.
Yes.
Very selfless play, though.
I know, I would have took that and dunked it. I guess that's why I average like 1.5 assists or whatever.
Probably less, let's be honest here.
It's not a lot. I think
That's
it's
mid-range too, though.
I like what they're doing with the screens up top now. Davis got lucky on that one, man. He just he looked like he was in trouble.
Yeah, it's like if you're going against Jay, it's like probably the best case scenario is you do get fouled.
Thing with Jay, you gotta drag him outside, make him defend on the perimeter, put him in pick action.
Yeah, I'm not wrong
You can't just sit down low.
Are you the guy that helps?
for sure.
I think that's kind of what makes it tough, though, for Toronto is they have a big Davis who's kind of an inside big who kind of does want to sit down low. It's not really like a great matchup for Jay. It just kind of plays into his hands. Let's see if Denver can actually pull away here. You're right there.
Beauty.
Timeout.
Taken by the Thunder now. Very nice three-pointer. Also, I just realized that's Toronto's first time out, and Denver's taken 3. Interesting.
Sometimes you gotta let them play.
Yeah, true. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, bro. For 3.
There we go.
Spirals, but gets in.
That's
I
gonna
thought
be
that
the thing now is who can score besides Ace.
Yeah, basically. Missed 3-pointer there.
Good rebound by Davis. Oh my. Ace is like, no one else has to score, just give me the ball.
Fair enough, honestly. If it works, it works. And it went from a 6-point game to a 1-point game in the span of about 3 seconds, basically.
That's a good timeout, I guess.
Yeah, very good timeout indeed.
Hodor.
Nope.
That's like saying that.
That's fair.
See if Spyro can cook something up here.
I love that Bros just allow. I mean, it works, but my man just completely disrespected his teammate by not even looking at him.
Got Melo though, back to back.
Yeah, but hey, they got the 3, so I can't really say anything. And Toronto took a 6-point deficit to a 2-point lead in like.
Just inhaling rebounds.
Yeah.
Tell Melo wanted to shoot that. But Ace was like, nah, you've had enough.
You got a 4-point lead.
Side though.
It was a very nice run that Toronto was on. So yeah, that timeout was incredibly helpful.
Ooh, Spyro got up in there.
Oh, very nicely done.
Oh, he kind of just snapped his neck back there, but it looked like it was a foul.
Taking 2 shots.
It's definitely a good game so far, though.
You got a 5-point lead.
And McLaughlin had it cocked and loaded.
Yeah, more or less.
Got the sleek hair going down the side there.
For sure.
Good old Pistol Pete look.
True. There we go. Got the high five.
Going to get some coordination there.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. Second. Gets it. Very nicely done.
Okay, win another set play for Melo.
And he gets it.
Starting to heat up from 3 there.
Oh yeah. I'd say it's a little more than just heating up. I think he's pretty well on fire right now with 3-point line.
Good defense there too.
Yeah, very nice. And Toronto goes into half with a 6-point lead.
Melo looking like the X Factor right now.
Like that's what we were saying. It's like they need to like play team basketball. If they do that well, they should have this. And well, they definitely showed it off late in the second quarter. As well as getting a lot of 3 points to go.
That's the thing is Toronto has the shooters to take volume threes and get hot, and Denver, as we've seen, they're dominant in the paint, and they can shoot threes. They just don't shoot as much.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's see if they can keep it up. Ooh, you know he's going to want to have that one back.
Yeah, for sure.
The strong drive there. A lot of screen action.
Nothing. Well then, Denver has come out of the half completely firing on all cylinders, I see.
Torres is really going to have to start getting more buckets like that if, you know, they're going to catch up, or not just catch up, but go on a run.
Yeah, for sure.
They've actually been able to keep him a little bit quiet so far, but quiet for his standards.
Yeah, it's not exactly quiet necessarily, but definitely quiet for his standards.
His elevation is just a problem down there. Kicking it out to Jay for the three.
And they have the lead again. Wow, nice bat. And the easy dunk in.
A nice
Awesome.
defense to offense play.
Yeah.
Okay, Davis.
And the layup. Oh my
Hey,
god.
man. That's rough.
There's no need for that. It's hilarious, but there is absolutely no need just to do them like that.
Throw that crazy oop for him, and all he has to do is just pick it off the tree and dunk it. You know, he's right there.
Yeah, more or less.
Every time Denver's gone on a little bit of a run, though, they've been able to answer. Palmer wide open. That's the thing is they're just getting these wide open 3-point looks. Okay, Torres starting to take some more drives here in the second half. Toronto being a lot more patient on offense. Don't think that's what they wanted, though.
Probably not. I wouldn't think anyways. Off one? Nah.
Couple bad questions. Torres to pass inside. There's the vision on display. Toronto needs a good possession here. Ace might have got a little lucky on that one.
Yeah, true. Still a 2-point game.
Seems like everyone's making their free throws.
Yeah.
Great pass to McLaughlin outside.
Great vision too. Ooh, because probably would have taken it too. Like, the open man outside. Well, capitalize, getting an extra point.
Ooh, tough drive.
Nice. Nicely done on the block there.
Starting to build a little bit of a lead here. We've seen this before, but things could get ugly quick with Denver if Toronto's...
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like if you allow Denver to get away, it's like they are a very easy team just to run away with the game. Smart call taking their time out because Toronto definitely needs it. Oh God, who allowed this 40-year-old to dance?
Yeah, everyone throughout the playoffs, they've seen how quickly it can blow up with both these teams, really, but Denver especially. See if they can get Melo some more open looks. Thought Spyro might have taken that himself instead, but
Yeah. Good foul there.
really trying to do everything they can just to hold them from breaking out.
Shooting two.
Ooh. That was a rough free throw right there from Maccabees.
It happens.
Free throws have been good all night, though. He'll probably make the second one here. Gets the friendly roll. Toronto really needs a run here. We're going to see if anyone else other than Ace can get them going. Ooh, Kuz had to tuck it there. It was bad possession.
Yeah, you gotta make that 3. Good foul pull there.
It's definitely starting to become tough on Toronto. They need someone else to make shots. Ovation's having a really good game.
Yeah, he's been a beast all night. It's like what we were talking about. It's like he's one of the most underrated players on this team.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice juke move around.
Pull this off of the screen. Tough when his open shooters aren't hidden. I think Angel's got to look for himself a little bit more.
Probably. But like they are closing the lead a little bit. But they do need another stop here and probably a 3-pointer to really make this a true game again. That is the opposite of what they need to do.
It's tough. Ooh, looks like he's going to get back and get the block there.
At the line for 2. Remaining in the foul. 2 minutes.
Wow, that was disgusting.
I have no words for what I just saw. That was absolutely nasty.
Those are the kind of drives we were talking about, though, where the Angel can really just get a run going. Oh, Melo, I didn't know he had that little standing dunk in his arsenal like that.
Hey, you gotta pull out all the stops you can. And well, there's a 3 for Denver.
Himself some Applebee's after that 3. Again, hook. Mr. Green.
Heck yeah, I've been watching this game from the sidelines. I'm about to tap in with y'all boys shortly.
You're good.
Sounds good, man. It's been a good game. I'm excited for this fourth coming up. Ooh, Perez downhill. Couldn't quite get the and one.
Perez gets the foul, but doesn't get the basket to go, unfortunately for him.
It's hard when you got that big ass J draped on you. I think that foul was on Jay, the big arch Wilson. Toronto's really got to make a push in the fourth. They can't let Denver come out and just, fast break, quick points.
And Angel Torres with the 2 there. That's a 10-point game. It's definitely possible for Toronto to come back, but with 1 quarter to go, it's not impossible, but it's definitely looking a lot harder.
Well, it's tough because it's not just that they have to score, but they have to stop Denver, too.
That's a brutal miss. You gotta hit that one, man. I saw the attempt.
A little bit more time left, and Jay probably gets that put back. That man is too big to be
now.
good.
And Denver has full control right now, I'm going to be honest.
To be fair, I think most people had Denver as, Denver was favored by most people, I think, coming into this.
Yeah.
Kind of for what you're seeing right now, the size and just the inside scoring.
Yeah, it's like that's something that Toronto will probably need to work on before next game because they've been getting absolutely shredded inside.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to play some zone or what they got to do, but they're getting killed inside.
Either that or they just have to start hitting more of those threes, but there's still a quarter to go, so it's always possible.
Yeah, not out of it yet.
And just to jump in, one thing I've seen Denver do is limit Toronto's shooting, which they're known for. So they're forcing them to come inside to where they have that advantage with Jay Wilson in the paint. So, game plan wise, it looks like they're doing what they wanted to do out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Davis is not a good matchup for Jay, being an inside big who wants to, go to the paint. It's just not a good matchup for him.
All respect to Davis, but he's just kind of outclassed against Jay.
Is there a good matchup for Jay?
No.
Now they putting the pressure on them boys.
Yeah, Melo's had a nice game. It's just who else is it? You got Ace, Melo.
Too many weapons on Denver's side.
That's what I'm saying.
Defense is
Denver has
just
that
very solid
weakness.
too.
It's tough because Toronto can score, but are they going to be able to get enough stops down the stretch?
Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier. It's like they need a way to limit Denver's ball control, because like you give them enough chances, they're going to run.
And it's been a slow lead takeover. 1-2 possessions here, one messed up, one foul. That's how they've gained this lead. It hasn't been just a continuous run, but a list of who can miss the least, in all honesty, and who's hitting shots.
Yeah, well, Denver is definitely proven that this game, just because like they're like throughout the
Now them
game
boys they're getting downhill. They're getting to the basket. They're getting the looks that they want. They're really not forcing up too many threes. They have it all game, and Toronto is predicated on their 3-point shooting. That's how they've been beating teams all year.
Yep.
So if you can limit that, which Denver has this game, it's shown it can lead to success. Like we're closing in tight, and this lead is slowly but surely just increasing every
Yeah,
couple of possessions.
like 80% from two or whatever. Something ridiculous from two right now. It's got to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's even higher than 80%. I'm gonna be completely dead ass.
It's a pretty high percent in terms of like it's in the paint percentage.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the size. They got the size. And with Angel at point, even with Spyro on him, he's been getting what he wants.
Yeah. It's like you just saw there. It's like they have the size and they have the speed to do it. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna make one of my standard bold predictions. Denver takes game 1.
I mean, at this point, I don't know how bold that is with this type of lead and how it's been growing, but
I know my bold predictions are that bold, but like it's just something I always do on comms. I just always love just say
nah,
like,
I'm messing with it. I'm messing with it. I respect it.
no,
It's
I
looking
get
like
that. You're all,
the energy that you're feeling from Denver right now is definitely giving that. They want this. They're coming out. They came out hungry and getting to the basket. I don't. Refs are calling it close on some of these calls, but what can you do?
it's like I think part of the reason why they're showing this is just because they know like what this team has been through. Because like their first year in San Diego, let's just put it how it is. It was a total disaster.
Shoot 2.
So they
Definitely
want
can
to
agree with
wash
that.
off like they want to wash off whatever remnants are still there. So like they're playing their hearts out, which honestly I fully respect.
And then this is their last season in Denver. They're moving to New York next season, so why not try to do the most to bring that championship to Denver before you bounce on them?
Yeah, man, I had to go to Pittsburgh, bro. I had to take my shit from New York and go all the way to Pittsburgh.
They ain't like all that shooting up in New
Oh
York.
yeah.
They said take yourself down the way a little bit.
And now I'm a phantom and I can just hide under the stage.
Oh, these boys is playing defense.
Trying.
Denver out there locked
Yep.
in.
Clock.
See, but even that's an open shot. You kind of let McGlock shoot. You want it. You want him to be one of those people who you say, "Hey, beat me tonight." If McLaughlin's shooting 20 shots, we'll take that. So I
Yeah, for
understand that
sure.
strategy, but they've been allowing too much at the rim.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to pick, right? Like, if you're allowing that much at the rim, you can't also just give up open threes.
Yeah. And like you have to make your own threes like that, and that's something that they haven't struggled, but it's just they haven't been as elite as they usually are at it, and like those two things combined, like that's how they're down by 15 right now.
I mean, Denver probably has a top 3 defense in the league, if we're honest. So you don't face a defense like that every night, and
Yeah.
it's showing. And it's showing. But
Yeah,
I
Denver
definitely,
over here.
they just mugging them boys.
Oh, just to rub salt in the wound at that point.
Yeah, Toronto's gonna have to make some key adjustments and figure out what they want to give up and how they want to adjust their offense to maximize it. Because what they're running right now isn't working for them.
Well, Jay Wilson has been fouled out, so that's interesting for sure.
Not soon enough.
Pretty much the damage is done at this point.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting, but it's like I think like the game's already too far gone for it to really matter.
But you never know. A crazy run without Jay on the court. I mean, 5 or 6 stops. If you can go the next 2-3 minutes and keep Denver scoreless, you never know. That might be a little changer because we got some time left here.
I mean, they showed it earlier at the end of the second half, so it's definitely possible.
See, and look, you get plays like that, you got to make something happen off those plays, and when you do,
And
those
there you
runs
go, yet
start.
again.
All right, Toronto showing some life.
Spyro Man.
I don't know if y'all mentioned this before, but this is 2 championships that Spyro's in back to back. I don't know if we want to call him a factor like that, but the man got defense.
True, he does.
Yeah, he does got some defense.
Hey, there you go. Denver's showing some signs of life again. Back down to single-digit lead.
Look, what we just talked about, a crazy run. Denver goes scoreless for the next 2 minutes. Toronto fighting back without Jay in the game.
Great defense there from Spyro.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
7 points now. Wow, okay. We might have ourselves a game again, boys.
This is playoff basketball, gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're here for.
Jay sweating on the bench right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be an adjustment that Denver's gonna have to make next game if this goes the other way. Look at yeah, they're sitting on it. Oh, that was a tough make. That was a tough make. You got to watch that pass.
Boys, there you go. 6-point game now.
Oh, they needed it.
Oh yeah, very badly. Oh, there you go. First team to break 100.
Yeah, that was nasty. I wonder who's going to get player of the game.
We'll have to see. I can think of a couple people that could get it.
Oof.
Well,
I think he might have a good shot at getting player of the game.
yeah, like especially with Jay out, I think he's the front runner right now. But like We'll have to see, because I can still think of a few others that could have a potential chance.
I'm not counting Toronto out just yet. Them boys fight. I like to see it. They heard about your bold prediction and they said,
Yeah, trust me, I want to be proven wrong. I always want to be proven wrong on my bold predictions.
nah, but this is what playoff basketball is about. It's about that fight. How bad do you want it?
For sure.
See if they can ISO Haskins. They end up going back to Palmer though.
Hey, well, it works, so. And Sebastian
Better than
Coughlin. Well,
Right back ain't cheating.
Toronto with the timeout.
Yeah, their only timeout, that was bullshit.
I was about to get at their heads in the locker room. Hopefully they come out of this huddle with a good play. Get them a good 3. Cut that lead down a little bit more.
well,
Oh,
I mean, that works
They get
too.
the miss by that defense there and gets them wide open.
I mean, that's the risk you pose going for that steal attempt. These boys can't catch the ball. That's supposed to be a steal right there.
A lot of fouls on these drives right now.
Refs need to let them play. They're calling it too ticky tack. Denver's definitely holding on to this lead, though.
Yeah.
It's just they struggle to stop them from scoring. Like I just don't see them stopping them long enough.
Nah, at this point, I don't
think
want
the
to call
game's
it.
too far gone. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's too far gone. Good dunk, though. 2 minutes remaining.
Definitely expect Denver to slow it down. Never mind. I thought they was gonna slow it down.
You were just saying.
He need to square up on that. That lean. It's hard to get that. And then quick buckets.
Good pass. Haskins inside.
Somewhat quick. And they need a quick stop here to really have a chance.
I need 2 stops back to back. No fouls.
Yeah,
Easy
well,
bucket.
that's game. That's game.
The move is so nice. It just might be too little too late.
It is absolutely too little too late. There's less than a minute left and you're down by 8 points.
I've seen T-Mac do amazing things. I never count a team out.
I like, trust me, I would love to see it, but just I need to see it.
I'm telling you, hey.
Prove me wrong. That's basically what I'm challenging. Like, please, I want
Of
to be
course.
proven wrong.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
This might be it though.
Yeah, they're cooked.
if they get even one, that makes it a 3 possession game. There you go. I just don't think it's possible. for Toronto anymore, but very good game one.
Definitely a good showing for a first game.
Definitely, Toronto got some questions to answer. They got some things to figure out.
Yeah. But hey, a 5-point game against Denver. Yeah, I like. Hey, you can't. It's like you can definitely tell this is going to be a good series just from how both teams played.
Shoot two.
Most definitely, it should be a good series. It better be. It better be. It's the finals. Gosh darn it! I want to see people pulling out all the stops for it.
Yeah. Hey, I want this series to go to 5 games because that would just that would be so that would be fitting if nothing else.
I mean, last year we saw some exciting finals play, and we saw some things you usually don't see. Big turnaround. So
Mm-hmm.
you never know what might happen, what switch a team or a player will make that'll shift the whole game.
For
So
sure.
look forward to see what these GMs and coaches do in game two coming up. This is where the chess match begins.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's the end of game one. Denver takes a 1-0 lead. Very nicely played by both teams, though. Whatever this mess of a well, yeah.
David Johnson, who I talked about before the game as being an underrated part of this Denver group.
Oh yeah.
Everyone thinks Angel and Jay as like the big weapons, but Livation Johnson's very capable of having games like he did tonight.
Yeah, it's like it showed here. It's like he's just as capable, if not even just as capable as the big two on this team. So it's really the big three.
Definitely a big three over there. Definitely a big three.
But yeah,
Ah,
from whatever nuclear bunker silo that we're in streaming this, that's been the UBA finals for game one.
yes, sir. Sorry for the late arrival. Y'all gentlemen did great carrying it. I was listening in while watching from the sidelines. UBA, once again, great job, Blanco and Jackson.
Much love.
Well, as I jump back in here for the very end of this, we will go over some post-game stuff. I'll get some of those pictures sent in. Um, anyway, as far as the game, Grizz, how did you think about Toronto stepping in and just barely falling short after having a good 10-point swing?
I mean, uh, I was wishing them the best, but I know how those early leads can dissipate as we had one against them. And Denver being the great team that they are, you gotta stay consistent. You gotta hit your shots when you have them against them. Because if you don't, you'll see what happened tonight, and they'll just build a lead that it's hard to come back from once they have it.
And Jackson, do you have any thoughts here?
I not really anything else that I haven't already said. It's like I think both teams played a very solid game throughout, but Denver was just a bit more consistent. and it's like good, they were able to capitalize on Toronto's weakness right now of the paint and kind of exploited it all night long. So it's like all I can say. This is going to be a very good series from two of the league's best. Wish them both the best of luck.
And Blanco, what do you got?
I think Toronto really has to get Davis involved more. He went 6 for 7 this game, and Jay fouled out late in the game. So I think Toronto needs to actually maybe go away from their outside a little bit and try to get a little bit more pick and roll with Davis and let that crash the defense down and get open shots through that avenue, because right now just moving the ball around, Denver's doing a pretty good job on getting out to their shooters and not giving them that many shots.
All right. Well, let me pull up some of these box scores here in a second. I'm trying to get to them real quick, and then we will talk through some of these. Just give me a second to put them in for team comparisons and such, and we will go get to it. Let me just pull these up. Alright. So, are you guys excited for game 2? That's the big thing.
You have my counter question. How can you not be?
That's the thing. Is I feel like this is the most compelling series. This is what I've predicted since mid-season. Um, it's the series you've always hoped for, and you're hoping it's this is what you get in playoffs in the future. Um, as far as like regular matchups, not just this matchup, you know. Um, we didn't really get that through. I mean, a lot of teams got smoked, and that's what happens when you have two ultra good teams overall. And
Yeah.
I think those two teams, if we have to sacrifice not having um, you know top end players, so be it. But anyway, we'll pull up this right here. We'll pull this up here for now. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I will. It is in the box scores. So the field goal percentage was 64% for Denver, 60% for Toronto. 3 extra shots for Denver, but from three, it was 37 out of 37, just 8 more 3-point attempts from Toronto. And then you have the free throw attempts, which is 77 to 72%. And fast break points, Toronto had two more points on that, and I think a lot of those came from that 10-point swing right after Jay got fouled out.
Yeah.
Denver scored 74 points in the paint to Toronto's 54. Second chance points, Denver had 2 points more with 7 to 5. Bench points, Toronto had 34 to Denver's 12, which it sounds like a big storyline. Equal on assists. Denver out rebounded Toronto 8 to 6 on offensive and 29 to 23 on defensive. 4 steals for Denver, 3 steals for Toronto, 4 blocks for Toronto, and 3 blocks for Denver. And then team fouls is 15-15, and turnovers 8 turnovers for Toronto and 6 turnovers for Denver. But the thing about the turnovers, the difference here, is that Toronto had or sorry, that was backwards. Toronto had 6 turnovers, and Denver had 8. But Denver had 13 points off of turnovers, and Toronto only had 6. So there's a 7 point swing even there. And then the biggest lead was 18 points for Denver, and the biggest lead for Toronto was 6. I feel like this is a pretty even game throughout.
Nah, game was definitely even. It comes down to those small possessions. This comes down to creating baskets off those turnovers. And like Blanco said, switch it up a little bit. Might have to not shoot as much and go into that pick and roll and get downhill and get to that basket. They went even number and they were shooting. They only shot three more threes, but in the finals, those small numbers matter.
Yeah, Ace did not shoot well. I think he was like over 7 from 3 this game, so definitely think they
Yeah.
should like look into getting inside a little bit more.
Alright, and then I am just adding a few of these box scores, but I will be adding them in as we speak for now. Um, I will say the betting odds from Copilot were really, really good this time around. I never expected them to be as close as they were, but they were really close betting odds. Um, Obviously, as some people may know, some people may not, you can make bets on this, and whoever has the highest gambling cash will get 5,000 UC at the end. So whoever does the best. But as we speak, let's get into this, right, shall we? So let's start off here with let's start here. So Ace Haskins with 25 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 1 block. Kuz with 15, but 5 for 14 field goal. Melo with 22 points. Uh, Feels like the scoring was a bit more set up in a good nature as for the team here. It's quite a bit spread out for them at least.
Sorry to disappoint you boys, but I gotta leave. I have something that came up.
All right,
So,
that's perfectly fine.
much
But
love.
yeah, and thanks for joining us. It's good to have
Of
the
course.
OG back, the OG from the crew, and it's always good to have you here.
Always good to be back. If you need me for any other games, I'm happy to help.
Of course, of course. Um,
No.
but for here,
So
yeah, just JPV signing off. But as for the other two here, I know Grizz is still here, I think. Blanco. Um, some of these numbers are interesting on the Toronto side. Um, I think the most interesting part of this would be let me pull up this one. The No, that's the wrong one. There it is. So Ace Haskins, if you take a wild look at his numbers here, Ace Haskins was 0 for 7 from 3.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's why I brought that stat up earlier, just because that's not his normal, obviously shooting, and there was a time where I think going outside kind of hurt them, where they were on a run a little bit, and they kind of started settling for more of those jumpers.
Yeah, and I think the more interesting part about this one is the plus minuses here. Corey Palmer and Kuz DeLille at -18 and -16 for the night.
Mm.
Um, and it looks like Haskins was a -6, Mello was a +1, Perez was a +2, Jenkins was a -2. So
Melo had a really good game. He had a
yeah,
really good game.
I mean Mello went 5 for 6 from three. It's hard to come by, you know.
Yeah, he was on fire. It kind of sucks. It feels like they kind of wasted a really good performance by him.
Definitely didn't have enough support from the main supporters.
Yeah, I mean, Ace is their lead dog, and if he's gonna put up that many shots and not hit, it just is what it is. It's gonna be hard to win on a night like that.
Definitely.
And then on the other side, we have Levation going 12 out of 13 for field goal, 10 from 12 for free throws. He had a +18. Um, Torres with a +19. Wilson with a +26. Wilson went 9 for 9 with 1 3. 100% across the floor in efficiency. Torres went 11 for 17. Um, only took 1 3, could not hit it. And he went 60% from free throw. Hunter Jackson went 50% from field goal. McLaughlin went 5 for 8. McAbee went 3 for 8, and Dominguez went 1 for 3. Unfortunate for Horderson, he went 0 for 4 and 0 for 3 from 3-point and with a -10. The bench starting to look a little questionable with Maccabees at a -13 points as well.
I mean, this is a time where you tighten up that rotation. You need your best players on the court at all times, and if people ain't cutting it, your minutes might get cut down to win this championship. So,
I
I
agree with that.
mean, most teams do it. Right now, you'll see an 8-man rotation, 9 if foul trouble is comes in, but like your star is gonna be on the court 40 minutes. They
Easily,
gotta be.
easily.
They gotta be.
Definitely,
But
because Denver, their depth compared to Toronto, their bench is not as good.
but anyway, we will go to the final box score for the Denver team. Levation with 34 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. He was an absolute menace. Angel Torres with 25 points, 2 rebounds, and 17 assists with 1 steal and 1 block. I told you about the assists. I told you
17
about
is
the.
wild.
And Jay Wilson with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Hunter Jackson with 13 points and 2 assists. McLaughlin with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Maccabees with 10 points, 2 rebounds. And Dominguez with a really quiet evening, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And Hoderson has blanked his stat line except for 1 turnover, which is a yikes. But other than that, any last words for Denver?
Them boys played. If they continue like this, it's scary.
I think the
Yeah, they're a
only
tough team for sure on offense and defense. The biggest thing though is how do you slow them down on offense, right?
yeah.
Jay's over there just like throwing up shots over his head over people and stuff. It's just they're a tough team.
I think the only
You
thing
gotta.
that Toronto can really do is like get this team in foul trouble and hope for the best. I mean,
I'm letting Angel Torres shoot 33s.
Also, I think they need to have
Like
more pick and roll. Try to get Jay in foul trouble.
that could definitely help. But him only shooting 1 3, that means the lane is. I'm letting him shoot a little bit. He got to prove to me he a shooter. He dropping 17 assists is too easy. It's
Exactly.
it's collapse and dish D offense, and that's where he eats. So I think you force him to low key get into his ISO bag. You make him shoot. That's just me, just based upon what I just seen today. And
For a
you,
man who's changed his jump shot like 25 times, I think that that's a good strategy is to let that man shoot.
I mean, when you working on your jumper, you gotta kind of just sit with something. So I mean, hey, that's just based upon what I seen. Denver continue doing what they doing defensively. Honestly, holding Ace to 0 for 7 from three.
Hmm.
That's tough. You don't get though, like Blanco said, you don't see that many nights like that from Ace.
Well,
So
Levation Johnson played on Hayes Haskins, which even promotes him more. So, as I did not expect to see Levation on Ace, but it worked out for them. It worked out very well. Field goal efficiency, 3 steals, 1 block. I think any you can't say it any better. I mean, going 0 for 7 from three with a person who's pretty high efficiency at three. Um, Speaks tremendously about what Levation is going to do for this team. And I said Jay might be MVP, but Levation is putting up a pretty sick stat line to be doing the same thing.
man, Elevation is nice. He has defense. It's not like he's not a defender, and he's an interior defender as well. And I think that's what a lot of people who try to guard Ace don't have. They don't have the interior to match the perimeter, so they'll have a little perimeter, but their interior Ace is having a field day. Like me, for example, he cooked me 29, 31, and like 39 and fouled me out in game three. So with Levations, Levation got a little. He has a more balanced defensive game, so he's giving them trouble and the size and speed and strength to do so and to match up well. So that was a smart move by Denver.
Ovations had 8 dunks. I just want to point that out. 8 dunks.
He did. He had 8 dunks. Yeah, and when you can dunk, it's easy, especially with how many times. How many times did you see Toronto try and pick the pass off and it didn't work, and now he's got a free access to the lane for a dunk within the
Torres,
last
he got
5 minutes?
he, Torres was dotting up some. Even I mean, they missed a couple that he caught too. It was two tip passes that they missed that he got for dunks too in that
Hmm.
last 5 minutes. But I think they switched that up a little bit. Don't play him so tight. Meet him at
Yep.
the rim. Let him
Yep.
shoot.
I think
Force
the
that
Denver
mid
Nuggets
range.
really got to do that for their whole team. They got to make Denver shoot from the outside this series, prove that they can make those outside shots before, rather than shoot a ridiculous percentage at the rim.
Because it's literally, I want to say it's two opposite teams as far as strategy goes. Because Toronto shoots a lot of threes. They're known for their shooters. Like, they got 4 shooters, and
Yep.
Spyro ain't shy either. Even though he get downhill, he's not shy from three. So they're known for shooting. Where Denver is that pick and roll, get downhill. We gonna get to the rim, but we got shooters on the outside if you want to play that game, and they will make you pay. But I think you kind of got to live with that. If you're Toronto, you got to test those waters. You got to see if they gonna make 40% of their threes on a night.
Because they need to be able to get stops. That's the biggest thing about tonight's game was Denver was able to get stops that time and Toronto wasn't.
Facts. It was very close. What was it? A 3 shot difference, and the percentages were very close. Toronto shot 3 more threes than Denver, so it wasn't like it was a far game as
No,
far
or
as those
Haskins,
numbers go.
shooting a little bit better, a couple plays here and there. It was a close game still.
And Toronto slowed it down a couple of times in a fast break where I thought they could have gotten to the rim and gotten an easy foul in the transition.
Yeah, I actually think slowing it down kind of worked against them a little bit because it gives like Denver a chance to set up their defense with the 7-4 monster down there.
Agreed. Definitely agree. You got to kind of run on them boys. Make that big man move his feet. Make quick reads. But I, I think the pace increased. I think what was that third quarter? Because first quarter was kind of slow. It was a lot of half court offense, a lot of buckets, and then that pace started to speed up, and that's when Denver really started to take hold of that lead.
Yep.
But
And any final thoughts going into game two? What adjustments do you think that each team should make, if any?
Blanca, you can go first. You the basketball guy.
I'll say I think for Denver is gonna be kind of like same thing. I mean, they just have so many weapons. I don't really think that they have to do too much until Toronto, makes a change. Right now, they're just shooting such a high percentage inside. It's like why do anything different than tonight? I don't really see much changes there. As far as Toronto, though, shooting threes is such a big part of their game plan that I do think I expect them to get out and run a little bit more, as well as like maybe get Austin in the Davis in the pick and roll some more since he was so efficient and Jay was in foul trouble. But I would say the big thing, I think they're going to try to get out and run a little bit more, get some of those easier baskets because Denver got so many dunks. Like they got a lot of easy baskets, and I think that's kind of what was missing on Toronto. There's too many times where they got to the end of the shot clock and had to throw something up or just didn't really get the best shot. So I think they need to push it a little bit more.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree. That's why I let you go first. I knew you was gonna break down the good points.
And Grizz, what about you? What do you think the adjustments should be?
Nah, I'm with Blanco. Uh, Toronto got to get downhill, not shoot as many threes. Get Jay in foul trouble early. Get him out the game. Uh, and defense, switch it up. See if them boys in Denver can shoot. Got to see it. I mean, you know who the shooters are. Just close out strong. Force them to make some tough shots. And it's a chess match. Denver just got to either they switch it up a little bit, make some slight adjustments, get a little more aggressive from three because they know they might get some more open shots from three, and then that leaves Toronto in another. Like the finals is a chess match. It's gonna be good. Whatever these coaches decide to switch up, we're in for a good game too. I expect it to be close. Come down to the final 5 minutes, just like this did. Even though Denver did kind of have it in hand, we saw that run that Toronto made, so they show they have heart. And Kuz just hit some more threes. Ace take less threes. Get to that rim. Elevation in foul trouble too. Like y'all gonna have to put the pressure on the rim.
Yeah, I
They're
think.
letting y'all shoot.
Yeah, I think Ace needs to get attack the basket more. He definitely needs to get more on the inside. I think they're going to have to utilize Melo more than they have because he was fantastic. 5 for 6 from three. I'm pretty sure they're going to have to use him a little bit more on frequency on shots, especially when he's coming off the bench. I don't think you're going to see any lineup change. It's going to stick the same, but you're going to
Yeah.
have to use Melo as much as possible to try and get them some good shots in. But other than that, I think you're going to have to use Davis on the inside as much as possible. If Jay is having foul trouble like that, Austin is really, really good at getting interior baskets, and he plays hard and physical on the interior. And if they're going to call the fouls, I mean, take them where you can get them. And if you can get Denver into foul trouble really, really early, it makes the team be able to be less aggressive while you're on offense, and you know, more power to Toronto for doing that. As far as Denver's side of things, they might change it a little bit. They might make Jay be slightly less aggressive. Um, if you're going to give up interior buckets, just give up the interior buckets and just completely limit the amount of threes they can take on the outside. Um, but I don't think they need to do anything much on offense. I mean, they have so much firepower. Um, you can really make it work. But they're gonna have to use their starters as much as they possibly can because their bench is scarce and their play was pretty poor today, unfortunately. But other than that, game two should be very fun to watch. Thank you for watching the stream. It was a good stream today, and I believe it was 2 hours and 21 minutes. So thanks for joining us tonight. We will be back tomorrow evening. We'll see if this is the same commentary team that comes in tomorrow or if we have a different one. But for now, we are signing out. Have a good night.